Hey everyone, Ryan from the homesteadconsultant.com here, and I want to teach you about a trap you can make for one of the most common predators of your fruit trees. So one of the biggest issues you're going to have with fruit trees in general is going to be codling moths. They're across the entire United States and cause all kinds of problems for fruit. And so these simple, basically free traps are a way of getting rid of codling moths. Let me show you how to make them. Here's inside one of the traps. We've got codling moths. There's also a couple of other moths trapped in there. So here's what I've been using to make the hole in the can. Now you don't have to use aluminum can. You could also use a tin can, a Gatorade bottle, pretty much anything that you can get a hole in and have hung up that will last. I've also seen people use used oil quartz because the plastic lasts for a really long time. This is just what I have access to, so I'm going to show you how to do this. Couple of safety notes. One, I should be wearing gloves. I was wearing them when I made the other traps, but I needed to do one more and I don't have my gloves with me on site, so I'm going to show you how to do it. You'll notice I'm not wearing gloves. You should wear gloves. Two, with a hole saw, that's what this is on my drill, and with aluminum, it's very easy for this saw and the teeth to get caught on the aluminum. So I would recommend being extremely cautious when you do this, or finding another way. If you've got better ways, and I'm sure there are, put them in the comments. Give me some suggestions. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a pilot hole. So this bit makes the pilot hole. Then I'm going to very carefully and slowly apply pressure to the can so that the teeth don't grab and fling the can or cut my hand. All right, so you see I've got a pilot hole there, and you can see where the hole saw has started to rub against the outside edge. When I'm pushing the hole saw in, I want to make sure that it's making really even contact all the way around so it doesn't grab and rip. So that's done and ready to use. So here are the ingredients that you're going to need. I like to use organic apple cider vinegar because that will still have the mother in it, meaning that as it's introduced to sugars, that will actually put off CO2 and other things that the moths are going to be looking for. You can see that kind of stuff at the bottom there. That's a living enzyme, or I should say living SCOBY, or symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast. And so then along with this, along with the organic apple cider vinegar, I'm using blackstrap molasses. So this will give additional sugar and smell to the apple cider vinegar. And the combination of the two into one package really draws the moths in. So I'm only putting in a very small amount of apple cider vinegar right at the bottom there, and then only a tiny bit more of the molasses. So basically a teaspoon, or a tablespoon I should say, of molasses, and maybe a quarter cup at very most of the apple cider vinegar, because this is going to get diluted. So when it rains, water's going to flow in the top of these and dilute that, which I would dilute it anyways if I was doing a full mixture, but I'm just going to let nature do that for me. And in the meantime, we'll have a small amount of molasses and apple cider vinegar. There's no reason to use a lot of each. Like I said, maybe a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar and a tablespoon of molasses is plenty. So here are some of the traps put up in our orchard, in this case kind of along the swale here. I'm hoping to get enough cans to do one per tree, and these actually take a little while to really take effect, sometimes a year or two to fully take effect, because oftentimes you're needing to trap the adults and then also the larvae that escape and become adults, and it takes a couple of cycles to trap all of them properly. So these traps need to be an ongoing thing, and ideally, if they work well, you can just refill them in the tree rather than having to install new ones every year. If you found that insightful or helpful, please like and subscribe. It really helps me grow the channel and reach more people. And if you need help with your homestead, look me up on the homesteadconsultant.com. I'm more than happy to help.